Hi everybody, I'm Ryan,
Tabitha.
and we're here with another episode of Locked in Science. So, we've got a couple of science experiments that you can do at home with things you may or may not have. We certainly have these in our house because there's a baby in our house.
And they are diapers.
Diapers!
Yeah, definitely diapers.
So
We're
all
going-
you need...
We're going to see what is inside the diapers.
That's right, we're going to see
But
what's
not
inside
the
diapers.
pee and poop.
Nope, not the pee and poop. These are clean diapers. So hopefully you have diapers in your house. If not, ask someone with a baby. So we're going to look at what's in here, and then after that I have a magic trick to show you. Because today we're going to look at things that absorb water. We're going to look at water absorption.
And then can they see how I do it?
The first thing you'll need is a diaper. And what we're going to do is I'm going to cut the diaper into strips. And so what that's going to do is to cut out...
Daddy, look what I did. I opened the diaper.
You sure did. Okay, so I'm cutting the diaper over here into some long strips. And I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag. Okay? So let's see. And you'll notice that you might get some little powder that comes out when you cut up the diaper. See how there's like little powder, little flakes over there? So don't touch it just yet, okay? And I'm going to cut this up.
There's fuzz inside.
There's fuzz inside. Yeah.
Who's going to cut my diaper?
I think that we might not need both diapers this time. So let's see how much we can get out of one diaper. And I'm actually cutting where these are sort of partially in the bag because the little powder that's inside of them can get a little bit messy if you don't do that.
And make sure that don't get your table all dirty so you don't have to wash it. You can use a cutting board.
Yeah, that's what we've done. We've used a cutting board. Okay, when you have diaper strips in here, close up the bag, and then I'm going to do a shake. You want to shake?
Yeah, I'm going to shake. Shaky.
And when you do that, if you hold the diaper, you pinch the diaper up into a corner like this, and then shake. And what you'll notice, Tabs, look, all this powder collects in the bottom.
What is the powder?
So the powder is what we're going to look at. So what we're going to do is make sure all the powder is down there, and then open it up, and I'm going to throw away the strips.
We need this diaper for my sister. Who's a stinky diaper baby.
Okay, and what we're left with is this powder. And this is a special kind of polymer, and it's different for... A polymer is a kind of object made up of different kinds of chemical substances. And what this stuff is this is what absorbs all of the pee into a diaper. So they need to have something in the diaper. You don't just pee on a piece of cloth because it would pretty quickly get gross, right? If you peed or poured water onto just like a piece of cloth like underpants or something like that, quickly they get too soggy and start leaking water everywhere. But a diaper won't. A diaper will just swell up. And the secret is that it's got this special powder in it that absorbs lots and lots and lots of water while taking up not much space. So what we'll do...
Definitely not your hair. How you blow your hair up is you do this.
So I'm going to pour all of this powder into a little jar.
Yeah, a little.
You can use a cup or whatever, but we're using a sort of lab jar here.
You could use, don't use a baby's bottle.
No, probably don't use a baby's bottle because this stuff is not something that you want to consume. It is, various kinds of plastic. And so we're going to scoop this up. And what we have is this little bit here. So Tabby, I'm going to get you a little bit of water over here.
Okay, it's fine.
And what we're going to do
Some of the witch water.
and pour in a little bit of water. And look, this, if you watch it, those little beads are expanding. See how big they get?
Yeah, what does expand mean?
Expand means to get bigger. And look.
So, I'm expanded. I'm an expand girl.
You are an expand girl. Look, all the water's gone. It got eaten up by all those little beads.
Can I see? Oh,
And now
No,
it's
you
just like a
mean-
gel. Look,
No.
you can even put it upside down and it clings there. So it takes,
Put it upside down.
look, we can even feed it a little bit more water. And this is what happens when a baby uses the diaper. It gets all trapped
That's enough of the witch water.
with that stuff. So I'm going to pour this out. We can actually put it into a little jar and you can touch it. Want to touch it?
I'm touching baby's pee. Yeah.
What happens is that the little substance in there, those little beads, can absorb so much water that they actually turn into a little gel that you could even kind of play with. You can put food coloring in here too.
I want to put food coloring in.
Well, we need to do it. We'll cut the other diaper open later, and then we'll mix the food coloring with the water and pour the water in there. That way, the food coloring can get absorbed with the water. And there are lots of these hyper-absorbent substances. So I'm going to show you. Okay. Let's not just throw it all over the counter. But I want to show you a magic trick that you can do using
Can I do it?
water absorption.
Can you do it?
Okay. So this, take a look at this water right here. Okay? Just a regular glass of water.
Can I try doing it?
And now we have a quarter. So I'd like you to place the quarter on there.
I've tried. You know, a quarter sinks.
A quarter does sink.
And
I think they actually. Let's see. You know what I'm gonna get? My magic trick didn't work. And you will quickly understand why. So I'm gonna use your mermaid, okay? Okay, so we're gonna take the mermaid and put it in here. Now, the mermaid will actually float only about halfway through. And look, she's having some trouble. She floats halfway through, and we can actually adjust where she's going to be. So look, now she'll be up at the top. And if I empty out a little bit of this water, she might be able to do a little better. There she is, floating halfway. How is that possible?
And now she needs some help.
The reason is that we've used water beads. So if we pour out this water, you'll see that the entire time the water was full of these water beads. And these are things that you can just buy at the store.
Daddy, you tricked me.
I did.
Why did you trick me?
And the quarter actually does work if you place the quarter on there. You just have to make sure that you're not using too much water. So if I place the quarter in there and fill this up, because it will slip between the cracks, but
Daddy,
there we go.
Hey, Dan, can you put the witch water back in?
Yes, this is Tabby's witch water. She uses it for spells. And so if you get those water beads, what happens is when you pour water in, they become invisible. They have the same transparency that regular water does. And look, here you go, seeing a quarter leaning on its side against nothing inside a glass of water. and the mermaid standing on her head inside the glass of water. This is a really cool way to trick your parents. So you might want to place the quarter first and then do that, but it's a little... Actually, that's a Canadian quarter. I'm going to blame it on that.
Daddy, can I touch the
Yeah.
plain water?
But even though it looks just like a regular plain water, it's still full of water beads. And if you stuck your hand in, it's a little gross and stuff like that. And those water beads, when you get them, they're in the other room. I should have brought them in here. But they're these tiny, tiny little beads. And they expand so much because they are...
They're bouncy balls.
Yeah, they're a special polymer that can absorb so much water. And as soon as you plop them into regular water, they're just going to disappear.
Can I plop the rest of them?
Yeah, you can plop them in right there.
Pretend that I just think... Like, can you put more water in so that I don't know that they're water beads?
Yes. So those are two fun things you can do at home to show you how different things can hyper-absorb water. And we will see you next week here at 6 o'clock on Tuesday of next week. So have a great week, everybody, from me and...
Tabitha, and don't forget the water bead.
And then goodbye from the water bead, too. Bye, everyone. Have a great week.